So what I want to run through today is a question that I got asked the other day, and I'm sure a lot of people think this, is how to include cheat food and still get results. Firstly, from that, I hate calling it cheat food because cheat food implies it's something that you shouldn't be eating, and it tends to bring the whole guilt feeling afterwards. So cheat food, bad foods, whatever you want to call them. It's how you can actually include them in your diet and still get results. When I look at a diet with a client, the first thing I do is we don't go too restrictive. So it's not literally, this is what you're going to eat for breakfast, this is what you're going to eat for lunch, this is what you're going to eat for dinner. There's your plan, go away and do it. There's no one that can really stick to that. Anyone that tells you that they never have sort of cheat foods is probably lying. I'm quite open about the foods I eat. Anyone that's on my email list tends to know I love carrot cake, and it happens quite often. But when you're looking at diets, 80% of your diet, round about that number, should come from whole foods. So one ingredient foods, so like fruits, vegetables, meats, seafood, nuts. You get the idea. It's anything that has one ingredient. It shouldn't have a whole lot of ingredients on a list. So 80% from whole foods. The next part is working out what your calorie intake should actually be per day. So working out how many calories you need each day for fat loss. If you don't know what that is, or how to work out your calorie intake, I'll stick a link in below this email. And you just go through that blog post, one I wrote a while ago. You can actually work out round about what your calories should be each day. And then that is your target for the day, and basically don't make sure you don't go over it. So let's use a car as an example. If your petrol tank in your car holds £100, if you try and put £120 worth of petrol or diesel or whatever in there, it's going to spill over. Calories work exactly the same. You don't want your calories to be spilling over what your actual target is. So if your target's 2,000 calories and you're having 2,500 calories, you're putting 500 calories in your body which you don't need. So first one, get your calories right, hit your calorie targets. So 8% of them, across the week, 8% of them calories should tend to come from whole foods. The other 20% can pretty much come from whatever you want. It's foods that you enjoy having. Try not to be too restrictive. So people always ask if I'm going to have a cheat foods or a cheat day or whatever, how would you start with that? So this is just something that I do. If I'm on, let's say, and I'm going to have a pizza on a Friday night, that pizza might be 1,200 calories. If I've got 2,000 calories for that day, my breakfast and lunch should make up 800 calories. So I'll stick with them two meals pretty much with green veg and a protein source. So a green veg and maybe eggs for breakfast. So let's put an omelette together, have some green veg in there. Lunchtime, probably have some chicken and some green veg. That's going to save them 1,200 calories for the night. So that's basically sticking within my calorie intake, having the cheat food that I want to have, and making sure that I'm not overdoing it on the calories. Obviously you shouldn't or can't be doing that every day. You can't be working on 800 calories of good food and then 1,200 calories of technically shit food. Because 80% of your diet should be made up of whole foods. We've already mentioned that. So by doing that, you'd be having a lot more than 20% coming from your kind of bad foods. So one day is fine. 2 days you'd probably get away with. Going through that, let's say you get to the night time and you haven't planned in a cheat meal. So you've already had, 1,400 calories for that day, and you end up going out on a night time and you don't have any options. Someone's cooked you a pizza, you sit and have them. Let's say you end up 500 calories over your calorie intake for that day. You need to pay that back. So a lot of people do this and what I would say is the wrong way and just cut 500 calories off the next day. So we'll just have 1,500 calories the next day instead of 2,000. What I'd tend to do is over the next 5 days, just take 100 off. So instead of having 2,000 for the next 5 days, I'd just have 1,900, which will obviously make it up across the week. If you want to go more in depth with it, you can then start working out macro targets and making sure you're hitting them daily. Obviously, as well as you can incorporate your kind of cheat foods in there. And that's pretty much it. You can incorporate cheat foods, and you should really, because there's no one not going to be able to eat their favourite foods for the rest of their life. And a diet should be something that you can sustain, and you can see yourself sustaining for the rest of your life, rather than just something that's for 4 weeks or for 8 weeks. So try and get a diet. And when I'm talking about diet is used, it's chucked around loads. Diet is basically what you eat and drink. That is your diet. So try and get your diet so you're eating healthy. So there's plenty of green veg in there, plenty of protein. You're getting your healthy fats, but also incorporating the foods that you actually enjoy eating. So you don't have to restrict yourself from going out on meals with family. You don't have to stop yourself having your favourite piece of cake. Obviously, them should be in the 20%. 80% of your diet should be healthy whole foods. But there's no reason whatsoever why you can't be incorporating. And that's it for this video. I hope it helped, and I'll drop that link just in the comments below. Thanks for watching.